answer.
That was just straight up an adventure in stupidity because So I figured it might be. I was trying to figure out how to solve the audio crackling issue, and I thought that I was having over my headphones, right? So I was adjusting the buffer size on the fly, and then apparently, when that happened, it just decided to turn the headphone buffer and the mic buffer share the same fucking area of RAM, apparently. That's great.
Oh, wow.
That's great. Thank you, Scarlett. And then when I was... Yeah, welcome back. We're back on the air, by the way, or back on the air over on my side. So, yeah, it wouldn't be a Metley Crew stream without some kind of severe technical difficulties. So, for those of you who just joined us, so I recently...
Alex, I'm not seeing your thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that fixed right now. So, for those of you who just joined us, last week, so about a week or so ago, my mic stand died. Like the screws, the thing is like stripped. It's basically unfixable. So I was thinking about getting a new mic stand, and I was like, well, I might as well get a newer microphone to fit it too, because my Yeti is it's a good mic, but it's a big heavy son of a bitch, and I don't have anywhere on my desk to put it. So I was just kind of shouting at it from across the room, so I sounded like this. So that's not very good. So I figured get myself a lighter mic. Got a AT2020 XLR, and I got a Focusrite Scarlett to go into it, which is also good because I can record guitar tracks directly from my guitar, or I can also use a microphone on my amp. Awesome, yeah. So people have been using Focusrite Scarletts for recording stuff like this for years now. They're a decent little audio interface, not super expensive. But OBS is deciding to not play right with the capture card right now, so that's fun. And so after I got all this stuff set up, last week I was also having some issues with my I had the gain set a little bit too low, so it wasn't super difficult to hear me at all times, just sometimes, excuse me, and I was kind of... Sorry, I have to lean over to hit the HDMI switch, so I was kind of worried about it being too loud and me flipping the... The green bars are back, guys.
Yeah, the green bars of doom.
Oh, joy.
Oh, so some interesting news just came out. Remember Billy Mitchell?
What about him?
Oh, yeah.
Who?
The
yeah,
hot
no, I'll
sauce
say
guy.
Yes, the Donkey Kong or whatever game he quote-unquote faked the score for. He just won a big defamation case against Carl Jabis.
The hot sauce guy?
Now,
Carl Jobst? Oh,
Yeah.
damn. I didn't think Carl was
Carl
going to
will
lose
now have
that.
to pay. Yeah, he lost it bad. He has to pay. You guys want to guess how much he has to pay, Mitchell?
I hope he fucking...
Much.
I hope he appeals that shit.
Guess how much he has to pay.
Carl was just citing facts. How much does he have to pay? Is it $1.2 billion?
$395,000.
Now we're writing a coffee table.
Okay.
Yeah, so from what I understand, and you can fact check this, Carl claimed that
Which,
Billy
by the way,
caused the
for
guy
those
to
who have
kill.
played Smashy Bros.
Hang on, one second. So quote unquote, Carl
the coffee
made
table is
Lucas's
entrance animation.
Yeah, so Carl Jobst claimed
Yeah, hang on,
that
let me
one
read
of the
it, let me read
guys,
it.
somebody who had done a previous expose on Billy Mitchell, got legally threatened, and Billy made him give him the rights to his video, right?
You're clicking again. I'm sorry.
Damn mic issues.
Yeah, so essentially,
I think it's my CPU.
Yeah. Carl claimed that Billy caused the guy to kill himself. And when threatened with a lawsuit by Mitchell, Carl's like, fucking do it. And so Mitchell sued. And the judge, I'm going to quote the judge on this. I have a direct quote. The judge said, Mr. Jobist intended to be the night who intended to slay the Mitchell dragon. Unfortunately for him, his lance was not strong as he believed it to be and broke in the contest. That's one hell of a quote from the judge. I don't think he's got to win that appeal. It sounds like Carl doubled down during the case and it pissed off the judge.
This is why we need to eliminate human judges. Human judges are a mistake. We need robots.
No, robots would be worse.
So we should hail our robot overlords.
Robots can't possibly be worse than, like, I don't know.
You say that, but they can be programmed to be biased. That is
no.
They
can't be.
It will happen, Alex.
Bought. They're better than John P. Chubb.
Yeah, but they can be programmed to lean towards one side, Alex. This is a slippery slope we're dealing with.
Yeah, but programmed, like, you'd be able to, if the source is open, you can find it out still.
Oh. Yeah, no, we're not using AI.
But Alex, a machine can be tampered with. It's to the point where it would start playing that porno of Cloud and Tifa.
Good.
Oh, Alex, let's talk about good news. Coyote versus Acne is being released.
Yeah, I saw that. That's gonna be.
I heard about that.
That's gonna be great. I'm going to lose this.
So essentially, what ended up happening?
You're already fighting.
Already.
So what ended up happening was that Ketchup Entertainment. The day the Earth blew up, overperformed. This is now over $10 million profit. Ketchup Entertainment got back whatever money they spent, and they went full speed ahead of buying Coyote versus Acne.
Yes,
and I believe I could be.
Hang on,
I'll have to double.
People are already going to say that the day the Earth blew up didn't make its budget back. It doesn't have to make its budget back because all it has to do is make back what Ketchup spent for the rights. It doesn't have to make anything else back because this is not a Warner Brothers thing right now.
Yeah, Warner Brothers gave up on this film.
A little bit too complicated, I know, but
yeah, and we don't know how much Ketchup spent.
It shouldn't be complicated, but here we are.
It must have been really low because Ketchup
Let's get back on the coffee table.
Spend much when it came down to it, and from what I could tell, and I could be mistaken, but Warner Brothers' original offer to Ketchup was $60 million, and Ketchup got them to lower it to $50 million. Which is really fucking good.
So how do you guys feel about this coffee table here?
My God, it's like the magic carpet from Aladdin. That's the vibe I'm getting anyways.
Why don't you come with me, little kids, on a magic coffee ride?
Magic coffee? That sounds like drugs.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's not as bad as you think.
But hey, that means I have to get my Joker 2 video out really quick, because I have a Coyote versus Acme joke in there, and I haven't been working on that video.
I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, Alex, but it's starting to sound worse.
Okay,
I think you need a new computer.
That's entirely possible. I think what's going on here is okay, so here's the thing. I'm about to unplug something. I'm going to see if that helps.
What if it actually makes it worse?
It can't possibly make things worse. Okay, this is really stupid. It is slightly better. I'm not hearing as many crackles. Why do they call it the 2i2 if it can't handle 2 inputs at once? Hello? You got... Okay, so you guys actually are hearing me.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
good.
I hear you.
You just weren't saying anything, so yeah. Yeah, no, there's
Sorry.
no,
I'm
that's fine.
focused right now.
That's fine. It's weird because the playback is fine for me. Like, I have my headphones plugged directly into the monitor section.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, wow, dude, you really need to take care of the edge on that blade.
Mm.
Oh, Kenpachi doesn't need to do that because
It just knows better.
no, it's just the fact that that blade is can cut through a lot of things and it hasn't really broken.
Huh.
Because Kenny is just that a badass.
Well, anyways.
Dude was able to cut through the hardest form of hero skin and with that dull old blade.
Well, anyways,
By the way, your stream ended up. By the way, you need to make a new stream. Or did you put a new stream already in the description?
What do you mean put a new stream in the description?
Because when I go to... Up there it is.
Yeah. Well, anyways, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say something here. Oh,
Something?
Yeah. So it's actually really fucking cool that somebody is harvesting Warner Brothers, all those babies Warner Brothers been throwing out with the bathwater. If only somebody could do that with, I don't know, perhaps the Suicide Squad film, David Ayer's Suicide Squad, or anything else. Did anybody else see that the all-new Venom is Mary Jane Watson?
Yep.
Yeah,
it was totally supposed to be Paul, and they backtracked.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, they're doing something with her, I guess.
Did you see that Meryl Streep has apparently been offered the role of Aslan in the Narnia movie?
Nope.
No.
Nope. 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 No.
And here's the thing.
No.
Here's the thing. I'm not gonna say it out of hand. Like, if it was anybody but Greta Grunberg directing this film, I'd say, hey, this might be all right. But Greta Grunberg, Netflix, is just a little bit of a problem here.
Also, I will not accept any voice of Aslan that isn't named Liam Neeson.
Yes, that's fair.
That is the correct answer for who should voice Aslan.
Yeah, why would we not just go back to him?
So some interesting information just came out about Enterprise Group.
What?
The Enterprise Group, the guys who were buying everything and then are now like collapsing. Embracer. It was Embracer.
Oh yeah, Embracer. Endeavor is a different group. Right.
Embracer, right.
I'm just glad
so being reported.
I'm just glad none of us said intercourse, and I was like,
So the game journalist who previously leaked Everybody 1-2 Switch has reported that Nintendo has denied Embracer Group development kits for the Switch 2. Who joined us? Oh, someone left.
Oh, that was
Sonic! Sonic! He ran out of lives!
No.
I told him to keep collecting rings.
No.
He's going to sleep. Have a good night.
Right.
Have a good night. You can message him back on. Have a good sleep. Make sure to collect the rings. All right. All right. So it says, he says that Nintendo has deemed Embracer Group too chaotic. with that information being based on what was happening around 8 months ago. He added that the company was afraid the kits would go to studios that would then be closed down, and then the kits might have gone missing. Groups that were later sold off from Embracer and later checked back in apparently had
What
more
now?
luck.
No, that's just an
Embracer,
oh dear in terms of Embracer for being fucking insane.
yeah,
'cause-
Embracer, yeah.
Oh yeah, what I was gonna say earlier about Meryl Streep, Aslan, the Tempest from 2010, the Julie Taymor version of that, it had Prospero played by Helen Mirren, and that was a really good movie.
Mhm.
Like that was awesome, but we're 15 years on, and I have a feeling that things are not gonna turn out all that great.
No.
Well, we'll figure it out. And probably not watch.
Yeah, I'm not watching that shit.
Nope.
Because I haven't watched a Narnia movie since in some Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and that was the last one.
Here's some more interesting Nintendo information.
I'm still on the fence whether or not that was a good movie.
You guys remember Halo DS, right?
Yes.
Thanks to Did You Know Gaming, we got a lot more.
The only reason I say that is
game.
just because a lot of people say that it was a bad movie.
Oh yeah.
So, thanks.
I mean,
to
the bratty
Did You Know-
kid turns into a dragon for
Yeah,
most of it, then just turns back after Aslan just scrapes his claws against the land, and he's like, "I'm back to being human again. What the hell?"
Oh, what was I saying? Right. So, thanks to Did You Know Gaming, we now have new details about Halo DS.
And also, I will not accept any white witch that isn't Tilda Swinton.
Was able to confirm that N-Space was handling development. Work was done on it around late
was the
2005 and
definitive
early 2006
version of that character.
Now,
for approximately 3 months.
It's cool. It's cool that somebody's actually looking into Halo DS, but
yeah,
it's. Did they ever mention why it was canceled? Because I'm
getting to that. I'm getting to that.
Can just cut to the chase there, because I'm not.
No.
Really...
I'm gonna read it. One developer. Did you know
Alex? You mentioned it.
Hang on. Ben, just cut to the chase. Don't read the whole
let
thing.
me read it. No. I don't. It's almost there.
Yeah, Alex. Every time you said the word Endeavor, I'm reminded of the fact that Endeavor's voice actor is a couple of characters in Bleach.
One developer says
and
the team
also
gave
Dio.
a lot of effort and care taken to craft something that looked, sounded, and felt like Halo. A VFX artist provided even more details. The plan was to include 6-player multiplayer, drivable vehicles, grunts who shot blasters for grenades, and elites with one-hit energy swords. This is where the cancellation comes in, Alex. Arguably, the most interesting thing about the whole thing is that Microsoft Bungie's side approved the game. However, the VFX artist claims it was Nintendo that shut it down. Vote not confirmed. He claims Nintendo was "quote unquote" unwilling to front some advertising money on a first
I feel like a dipshit.
side. So the game was canceled.
That's weird.
Yeah. I've heard of this kind of cancellation before. This happened with the Kingdom Hearts ports on Switch. Yeah, because
and to why the way they ended up the way it did.
Yeah, that's why the cloud ports, because Nintendo wasn't willing to upfront money for the projects.
So
and Square was unwilling to put money.
So here's the
it.
thing: I was starting to win that encounter, and the game made me lose.
Yeah, Ichigo. Yeah, canonically, Ichigo doesn't end up faring too well in his first encounter with Kenny. Because Kenny is literally broken game mechanics.
Get up, stand up for your rights.
Oh, so we got another content creator trying to be canceled.
Some people say that Kenpachi may be a rejected villain from the Godzilla series. He's too powerful for the canon.
Now, I need you to answer me 2 questions here, Ben. Who is it and why should I care?
DA Games, and sounds like bullshit so far.
Who is DA Games and why should I care?
He was a really famous music artist that made a lot of FNAF and other music. You've definitely
Oh,
heard
and
some of
Alex,
it.
in case you're
Okay.
wondering why old man Zangetsu who just walks by, hi Kenny, without Kenny noticing anything, this is happening in Ichigo's mind.
Okay. So this is...
And you want to know...
All of a sudden, we're in Doctor Strange.
Yep. And you have to fight against White,
Huh.
aka Ichigo's illegitimate twin brother,
Okay.
who may or may not be a hollow.
Huh. Well,
Okay,
you know,
he is a hollow.
Frankly, I don't... You know, I don't care enough to go into any kind of significant detail about this. It seems like just, you know, it's going to be standard nonsense.
what was I gonna say? Right. So one of the things it hinges on, and a lot of this info from what I can tell is really outdated.
Yeah.
One of there are two main things. One, it tries to call him a pedo because he likes Amy Rose.
Okay, cartoon hedgehog who doesn't exist.
And that he was a 23-year-old who dated a 17-year-old, which is like, that's like a 5-year fucking difference. That's not even...
And depending on where you are, it's probably not even illegal.
Yeah, that's fucking... This whole thing sounds so fucking stupid. So, yeah, fucking kill him, DA Games, I guess. Ignore these assholes.
All right. So, have we talked about the Superman leaks yet?
No. Superman leaks?
No, we haven't.
I want to talk about the Superman leaks.
I sent them to you. I'm going to talk about them. You shut
No. I've got to read at least one.
No.
Wait. Hey, are you telling me that we got at leaks to the Superman porno?
James Gunn's PG Superman porn, yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And there might be there might be credibility behind it, but take it all with a grain of salt anyways.
Take it all with a Fortress of Solitude size grain of salt. So, Ben and I have read these leaks. You guys probably haven't. Excuse me. I'm going to play a little guessing game here, actually, because I don't want to just read these out verbatim. I wanna do a little. So, we're gonna start with Kevin. Kevin.
What?
Think back to our history with DC animated Superman and in DC films.
Yeah.
What thing from a previous DC animated film that we thought was really dumb is going to be replicated in this film?
Is this Apocalypse War?
No.
Okay, what is it?
Okay. Hey, you can't guess?
No.
Okay. So we're going to go down the list here. Can anybody guess what weird stupid thing? Okay. No, just give me a weird stupid thing that you think might be in this film, Kevin.
Superman and whipping out his super junk.
Not far off. Okay. Hey, so
just tell me.
Okay, so I'm going to go down our list here. Alt Zero. Oh, what's a stupid DC thing that you think is in this Superman film?
Oh man, even I don't know.
You ever watch a James Gunn movie?
Nope, I avoided them.
Okay, you probably won't be able to guess.
Okay, so in the office at the Daily Planet, Lois and Clark have a weird rivalry. While secretly with each other.
What in the heck?
While
So while Lois is into Superman, she doesn't like Clark.
Okay, so that's the public thing. Apparently Lois already knows he's Superman. And this is all just a thing they put on for The Office.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes. We find out about that off screen.
That's stupid.
Now, what is a really weird thing from a recent Superman cartoon that you can think of that might be in this?
I don't know.
Can anybody else guess what that might be?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, so there's a thing that is repeated that has happened in every other Superman film except for Superman 1, Superman 3. Yeah, every Superman film except Superman 1, Superman 3, and Man of Steel all happens in this film.
Don't forget Superman 4.
No,
okay,
I'm not forgetting Superman 4. Or it did happen in Superman 4. I think.
Yeah, it did. No, it did. You're right. Remember in Superman 4 they used a single thing of his fucking hair.
Yes, but that's irrelevant.
They was like, oh,
to this
enough to
question.
hold an iron ball thing, but it gets cut with fucking
okay,
scissors.
Is it something from Man of Tomorrow?
Mm-hmm.
No. I was sorry, I should have specified live action.
Okay, is it something from Superman Returns?
Yes.
Fuck. Does Lex...
Mm-hmm.
Lex, yes, you're on the right track.
Does Lex end up doing some petty bullshit that involves real estate?
Okay, that's not far off, but think about something else that Lex did in that film. It's something that he did in Superman 2 as well.
Did he sell out to some bad guys?
No. Well, no. No, he didn't sell out. He's the organizer of a bunch of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One more guess.
I don't know. Just tell me.
Okay. Lex Luthor enters the Fortress of Solitude and interacts with the hologram of Jor-El. And he
just
apparently,
like in Superman 2.
And just like in Superman 2 and Superman Returns, yes. And then of course, well then he edits Jor-El's messages for Superman and basically creates like this deep fake recording of him that's like one of those TF2 YouTube poops where he says that Superman has been sent to Earth to conquer the planet and uses that to turn the world on.
Oh, that's just like in fucking Invincible, isn't it? Someone's borrowing from Robert Kirkman.
James Gunn stealing ideas? That's impossible. It's not like he stole an entire script from a lady and tried to take credit for the entire thing or something.
And James... okay, so there's another thing that Lex Luthor did in... There's a thing that, more specifically, that Lex Luthor did in Superman 4 that happens in this film.
He steals a bit of DNA from Superman to create a nuclear-powered human being.
Not nuclear-powered, but still a clone, yes.
Is it Ultraman?
Might as well be.
Mm-hmm.
He's that motherfucker
yes.
with with a U on his chest, so, you know.
Yeah, that's Ultraman.
Wow, they
Oh my
weren't even trying to be.
God, James.
They weren't even trying to be subtle with that. What the hell?
Man, I
And now we
can't believe
get-
they're remaking Superman 4.
Yeah. So, Jimmy Olsen shares something in common with his television counterpart from Supergirl. No, he's not black. It's something else.
I see.
Can I read the rest of the thing?
Well, I guess since nobody's actually able to play the game I was planning on, I guess we can go back and forth between reading and plot points. You can get the first, and I'll do the next.
All right, is it after copy pasting?
Oh yeah, you can. Yeah, you start up at the top and then go to the plot point that's after that, and then we'll.
You
alternate
start
from
with
there.
Superman's taken to the Fortress of Solitude because I want to read the next one after.
Okay. So somebody named Captain C says copy pasting the unverified plot points over to this thread for the curious. It isn't a comprehensive plot summary from what I can tell, and some of these are clearly out of order from what we've been able to see from the trailer. Superman is taken to the Fortress of Solitude to be healed by the robots that work there.
All-Star Superman that matches with James Gunn wanting to make a similar movie.
Yeah.
Lex Luthor and his team are introduced. It's Superman 1. They want his little slapstick game, from what I can tell. They hate Superman and devise a plan to eliminate him, involving involving a partnership with the government of a foreign nation to take over a smaller country. A political metaphor. Luthor equals Elon Musk. Corrupt country, Russia. Small country, Ukraine.
So I have a thing I have to interject. I don't think that this necessarily would have been, Lex Luthor as a metaphor for Elon Musk, because this film was being made before they turned on Elon, entirely at least.
Yeah.
So
yeah, this feels like it could be a metaphor for any country versus small country.
Yeah.
Like the Soviets or the Nazis, just to name popular examples.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess that if you were to compare it to, like, if you look at the story and think of recent events, you would think of that, which is why I think they're saying it like that.
Yeah. So at the Daily Planet, Jimmy Olsen behaves as expected, but with a twist. Girls obsessively fawn over him, and he can't escape their attention. Oh, would you
There was
look at
a-
that, the weird nerdy
wanna-
guy is getting a bunch of attention in a film that was directed by somebody who was in trauma.
Somewhat related. Before this leak came out, there was the leak.
Because of
Right
course.
before this, I talked about a side plot with Jimmy Olsen that's almost described exactly as this, but with the specific detail that older women, including his teacher, I believe, were hitting on him, and he did not like it. And it was described as a sexist side plot.
Mommy, what?
Yeah, so this is very on the nose James Gunn humor.
Yeah, this is definitely something kind of left over from his trauma days.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lois questions how Clark consistently gets interviews with Superman.
Because James Gunn
creating
has no
some
original
tension.
material whatsoever.
Alex, you're next.
Lois goes to her apartment at night and finds Clark there. It's revealed they've been secretly dating for 3 months, and she knows he's Superman. Their tension is all part of a cute roleplay thing at work. Hey guys, somehow we've found something that was even stupider than Lois being in a relationship with Superman but not knowing that he's Clark Kent from Doomsday.
This next part is
you two want to get
stupider.
married.
Hang on. This next part is stupider. In her living room, Lois complains about Clark always
Just
interviewing
remember,
Superman.
or perhaps at the end of the movie, Superman, and in a heated makeout session and nookie session with Lois Lane, accidentally activates the memory erasing part of the kissing portion.
Oh God, I don't want to think about the last episode of Superman 2. Sorry.
Anyways, hang on. In her living room, Lois complains about Clark always interviewing Superman. She playfully turns
Remember,
on her
if James
microphone
Gunn,
to record him.
no, I'm not
Starting
going to
as a
finish that
cute
sentence
game, but devolving
because that's
into a
part of the
long
running gag from a
domestic
previous
argument about
commentary.
foreign policy and Superman's involvement.
Hey guys, tune in to my story for something like this, but not really stupid. Also, go watch Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, the extended edition, available now on iTunes.
Yeah, not the theatrical version. The theater version sucks ass.
Guys, the Ultimate Chimera's out.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Lex Luthor releases monsters into the city to fight Superman, who defeats them. The Justice Gang appears. Justice Gang.
Really? The Justice Gang of all names?
Please tell me they're not actually calling them that.
I think that's just the person shortening
they are.
it.
Appears and helps in the fight. They're essentially the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
This makes no sense.
Yeah, no, that I can see James Gunn ripping off the Guardians of the Galaxy and making his own in the DC.
Oh,
I mean, look at Guy fucking Gardner. He's just a worse version of fucking Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. At one point, Luthor enters the Fortress of Solitude, uncorrupts Jor-El's messages about Superman being sent to conquer the world, and broadcasts them worldwide.
There's a familiar face from Earthbound.
Against
Dr.
Superman,
Andonuts, father of Jeff Andonuts.
Oh, would you look at that? That's
Man of Steel.
Kind of like what they did in both Man of Steel and...
Yeah, Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. It's just ripping off Snyder plot lines.
Yep.
Superman, shunned by the world, returns to the human family.
Oh, would you look at that? Exactly what happened in Man of Steel and BVS.
So fucking funny.
Now, granted, that is a Superman thing to do. You know, go talk to his human family when he's feeling, you know, kind of.
Oh no! Both dads were dead.
But
you had one. You had two chances in dad, and you fucked both dads.
Congratulations.
You know, when you're just rearranging storylines and essentially creating an original plot, I can't help but think that maybe it's like, you know, something that we've seen before. Lex Luthor has access to a pocket universe where he traps people he hates. I'm going to take that as Lex Luthor has a Phantom Zone generator.
Yeah,
because it might as well be.
Mm-hmm. Lois and the Justice.
He traps people he hates, including ex-girlfriends. That's just stupid and petty. He violently beats Krypto and takes him to this universe. Somehow Superman ends up trapped there too. He better not beat Krypto. He better not beat Krypto too hard, or John Wick is gonna show up.
John Wick is going to revive himself from the grave.
Krypto scamming his way to victory.
No.
John Wick single-handedly revives himself
this next part is even stupider and
kill him very violently with a banana.
This next part finalizes Jimmy Olsen's sex
How do you kill
story.
somebody with a banana? Very carefully.
Lois and the Justice Gang discover Superman's location in the Pocket Universe through Jimmy, who had been secretly sexting Luthor's girlfriend. She's obsessed with Superman. Her provocated photos unintentionally reveal confidential data.
Beat your victim to death with a fucking banana.
Jimmy being hit on by all those women pays off in the story.
Yeah, I swear. Or you hear those footsteps.
Alex, this is stupid.
Oh yeah,
Oh, there he is. There he
really
is.
Dumb.
Read the next one, Alex. This is funnier.
Provocative photos unintentionally reveal confidential data. Superman eventually escapes the Pocket Universe by flying through pixelated lava, which looks like Minecraft.
Minecraft? Where's Jack Black? But who's also black?
Black Jack Black, aka Jack Gray.
Yeah.
Jack
Black, who's also black, alternate universe. Like Eon Tusk. Remember Eon Tusk from Rick and Morty?
Square.
Right. Superman saves some people and fights the foreign army, earning forgiveness from others. It's that simple, baby. It's that simple. All Superman needed to do was save Ukraine.
This is...
By the way, Alex, this section that I'm at in the game is the origin of the Ultimate Chimera thing in Newport City.
The best action scene is as good as the hallway scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 involving Mr. Terrific. That scene was awful.
I disagree.
No,
but
no,
fair.
no, 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 no.
All right. Next, Superman learns about Luthor's plans.
You
with
guys
the
are going to want me to
Formation.
fight that thing, aren't you?
He informs the government, but Luthor counters by revealing he cloned Superman. A fight ensues between Superman and his clone, who shares his DNA and could access the Fortress of Solitude. Please, let this be real. This would be the funniest shit ever if it ended up being real.
Oh my god, we're basically just describing the fucking clone saga from the comics.
We saw the clone on set. Remember that? We saw it on set.
I know! Superman defeats the clone and Luthor is taken to jail. Of course he fucking is.
Superman returns to the Fortress of Solitude, where a drunk sorority version of Supergirl appears to reclaim Krypto, her dog. She had asked Superman to watch him for a week. There's your tie-in for the Supergirl remake, a reboot, fucking whatever.
Okay, so we're trading badass Sasha Kali for drunk sorority girl Supergirl.
Yeah, Alex, before you read the last part, read this that James Gunn wrote about Supergirl. I sent it to you in DMs. I want you to read what James Gunn has to say about Supergirl.
So yes, so before we move on.
So this was from the 15 superheroes I most want to have sex with by James Gunn. Written on February 23rd, 2011 on his website.
Yeah, this is sourced directly from jamesgunn.com. Supergirl, as you can see, most of the girls on my list are either the demure feminine types, little firecrackers, or slutty man-eaters. Supergirl is a bit of all three in one. In fact, she'd be higher on my list, but I'm afraid that she'd accidentally shred me like wet toilet paper at the point of orgasm. But hell, it's better than dying of cancer.
Wow. He's not even trying to hide it.
I don't like you. I don't like you.
Yeah.
Pew.
Yeah, and now you can see why James Gunn's Supergirl is described the way she is.
The fucking
sex.
Okay, so I got to go over this again. So here's the thing: Krypto is Superman's dog, not Supergirl's. He belongs.
Are you really surprised?
In the comics?
James Gunn. This is the same James Gunn who didn't even know who made Peacemaker and left a question mark in the message when celebrating his anniversary, which he also got wrong because it wasn't even Peacemaker's anniversary at all.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I don't expect James Gunn to get anything correct these days, but there are certain expectations that I have from, that I would expect to be met.
Mm-hmm.
And full disclosure, this is assuming this is real, but it might as well be. It matches way too much with what we've seen so far.
Yeah, no, it matches a lot of what James Gunn does in terms of his shtick.
Yeah.
It matches a lot of
this
what James Gunn, a lot of what we've seen.
And then one thing I want to point out is that there's no way that the person would know about the Supergirl sex list thing that James Gunn wrote, unless this was a really smart jokester who knew a lot about James Gunn and was able to make this. I feel like there are too many coincidences at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
All right, read the final part of the leak, Alex.
Ah, God damn it. Okay. Superman sits back, asks to see his family again, but instead of Jor-El, it's his human family. Also, Jor-El is going to be played by Bradley Cooper.
Because of course he is.
Superman DCU fans got so fucking angry over that being leaked.
We go from Russell Crowe to Bradley Cooper.
They should be angry. That should have been in one of the fucking trailers already. The film's coming out in like 2 months.
Yeah.
Well, almost 3 months, but yes.
Like 3 months. But
this marketing campaign is awful.
Well, the same way with Thunderbolts is coming out literally next month, right?
Well,
the film is not rated.
The fuck?
The film is not yet rated. Like, I hear trailers for the film on, like, there's radio spots for the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that people still made stuff like that, but, you know.
But yeah, like, again, assuming this is real, and
let us never go back in there again.
This film is kind of fucked if this plot
unless we were feeling exceptionally suicidal.
It is going to be the biggest joke in the internet.
Yeah, apparently it's supposed to be more like a series of vignettes than it is an actual film, which means that I'm going to hate it, because that was my main criticism of Superman 1. Like, that film was just a series of barely linked...
I don't think it's that. I think it's going to be separated in chapters.
Didn't people complain when Zack Snyder did that?
Yes, and I think that's what they're doing here, because it connects a bit too well with each other. Like, even the Jimmy Olsen thing has a payoff in what I assume is the final episode, potentially. So, like, I don't know. It's fucking stupid. This plotline is fucking stupid. Oh, and also, I got really mad at James Gunn's tweet today. He gave a heart at Coyote versus Acne. Where the fuck were you, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Where the fuck were you? You didn't say a goddamn thing when this film was shelved. You said fucking zip. You let this film to fucking die, and you fucking produced it. You have some kind of power.
Why would it be a series of vignettes?
Now, I will be fair. Maybe you were behind the scenes trying to make sure it doesn't get shelved. And if that is true, and you did prevent it from being fully shelved up to this point, then thank you. That's great. But I don't think you did.
Hey, it's one of our party members we haven't seen in a while.
About time he showed up.
Like, you see where I'm coming from, Alex, right?
Oh,
you see,
yeah.
You see. Like, I think he was just watching his own ass and didn't get involved because he was worried about his ass on the line. He didn't want to make him an enemy of Warner Brothers at that moment. That's what I think happened. He was too much of a fucking coward to actually do a goddamn thing. Now he says something. Fuck you, James Gunn.
Oh, come on.
Today is National. Wait, that was yesterday. Why am I getting this tweet today? Yesterday was National Pencil Day. James Gunn should learn how to draw.
That's weird.
Whatever bullshit.
Why is it National Pencil Day yesterday?
I don't know. I don't fucking. Anyways, I do want to talk about this. What? So it's obvious what will happen to the movie if it succeeds. It'll get more DCU stuff. I think the Batman Part 2 will be canceled.
Oh yeah, no. There's a lot of people speculating that the Batman Part 2 is not going to go.
A lot of the same stuff. A lot of the same stuff happening to the Batman Part 2 is the same exact stuff that happened with Ben Affleck's Batman movie, which is a little funny because it's a full circle moment for Reeves at this point. But yeah, I do think Batman Part 2 will be canceled. But what happens if it doesn't succeed is more complicated because it really does depend on how much money it makes. If it makes if it makes between 600 and 700 million, I don't think the DCU would die, but I do think that a Superman sequel would not be made. They would like make a few more projects, see how it goes, and make a decision later. Because by that point, they wouldn't.
Kumatora immediately has to be like, "Who's the dog's name again?"
Underdog.
Oh,
Lucas is like, you are bad at remembering things, aren't you?
Underdog.
Woof. Anyways, so
Doria, one of the 7 Magypsies.
Where the fuck was I? Alex, where was I again?
We got done.
Oh, right, I remember. So, I'm willing to say this will not happen. I don't think the movie will fail this badly, but if it makes under 100 million overall, Warner Brothers will just tax write off every single.
The needle I'm guarding is at the bottom of that pond.
They will fucking execute everything if it does that badly, and that's why I don't think it will, because there's no fucking way it doesn't hit 100 million. Like, as much as we hate James Gunn, it's going to make at least 300 million at the box office, but it will be a bomb if it only makes that. But
alternatively, Doria, I could just jump right into the water and pull the needle out myself.
I did the
It doesn't
math
look that deep
previously.
a pond.
I talked about the budget math before, right? Should I repeat it or no?
No, we already went through it.
Right, we already went through it. But yeah, the movie needs like $1 billion to break even and make its money back.
You know what my favorite thing about the Superman movie is?
Hmm.
The severe lack of...
What did I just hear?
The severe lack of continuity between films.
Oh.
I hate it when that happens. Like, okay, what the heck happened to them after the said movie? From the first to the last kind of thing.
But then it turns out they ran away to Alaska.
Of course they did.
So Dr. Andonuts was kidnapped by Porky through a time vortex and was brought to this era in the Nowhere Islands.
Oh, what was I gonna say?
Oh, I know which one will be useful.
Right.
This one.
What was I gonna say? So, I guess we're not gonna do final predictions, but one thing that the movie does have an advantage in.
Yes.
Have we talked about how Superman recently obtained one of the greatest marketers of all time?
Other Chimeras have some interesting thing. The other Chimera has some interesting thing.
They got somebody who was behind
a ton of Disney's biggest successes of all
that
time.
guy.
Yeah, they got him on the marketing team, and that is a huge fucking game changer. The marketing is set to start in April. It hasn't really picked up any steam yet. The posters look like trash, for example. But they're gonna start releasing a new trailer, and then they're gonna spend whatever money they have left on the marketing and go full speed. The biggest issue, however, is that Disney can undermine it within a flip of a switch. You want to know the one thing because here's what I think they're gonna do. First week of July, they're gonna release a new casting announcement for Doomsday, and they're gonna release even more stuff for Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to try and undermine Superman as much as fucking possible. For good reason. Now,
there's one of the seven needles.
I do think this is scummy. I do think it should be called out.
Time to pull it out.
It's also a competitive business. It's do or fucking die. So, fair is fair. This is perfectly legal. Scummy, yes. Legal, yes. But yeah, so that's what I think. What do you think, Alex? How do you think Disney's going to try and undermine Superman?
Oh, well, they'll probably... See, the thing is, they've already got better buzz by putting out trailers featuring things that people actually want to see. They want to see Bedgrib, they want to see the rest of the Fantastic Four, they want to see, like,
they want to see
Galactus.
the Fan
They want to see the guy who made a name for himself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like with fucking Doomsday and Secret Wars and stuff like that. The fact that they've announced all the people that
not all of them. They announced that they still have more to show.
Of the people, yeah, the fact that they've announced a bunch of people that people wanted to see, you've already got a bunch of legs up there. So that means like this is Fantastic Four is going to lead into Avengers, and people want to see that. People wanted to see Avengers. Or just, the fact that there's a bunch of people coming back, it's going to compound the people.
There's still some
see it.
skepticism, but the way Disney handled the casting announcements was fucking brilliant. It was just a stream of the chairs, and like every 10 or something minutes, they would play the theme of the character and move the chair. And it's simple, but it went on for 5 hours, and it was brilliant.
Yep.
And they had Robbie Downey Jr. sit down in the final chair, and it was like, holy shit. Like, this was done brilliant. This shit's boring. Look at how many fucking views it got.
It was 5 hours of nothing but people talking about the Avengers, Yep.
And people are still talking. People are still talking about what happened in the casting and such. It fucking worked. And whenever James Gunn does something, like, people are like, oh, okay. and then it kind of drops out of the public consciousness. Like, look at the top 20, top 14, 20, 25 anticipated movies. Superman got a fucking 9.
Mm.
And then, like, if you look at the summer list, if you look at the summer list,
though, I need to talk about this. Somebody apparently there's a rumor that the Blade film is just completely canceled, and I believe it. And here's the thing: people are talking more about the Blade film being canceled than they're talking about Superman coming out.
Yeah. I'm gonna sidetrack for a second. I think it got
people talking about.
I think it might have gotten canceled because of Ryan Reynolds convincing Marvel to cancel it and make a Wesley Snipes movie instead.
Hey, I'd be down for that.
Don't be too surprised if that happens. Anyways,
down for what?
Yeah,
a Wesley Snipes Blade instead, like Blade 4 or a proper Blade 3. You know,
there's only one Blade. There's only ever gonna be one Blade.
Yeah.
There's only been one Blade. There's only ever gonna be one Blade.
That one, you know, for the fact that that scene was written just to
fuck
over the reboot. We all know that one scene was written just to spite the reboot, 100%. Anyways, the main thing with where was I? Oh yeah, so like the top anticipated summer films by the same poll had Superman at number 4. You want to know the only reason why it's that high?
Because there's nothing else coming out at that time.
No. Because every other film that was beating it in the top 2025 list overall was not releasing in the summer.
Huh.
So, yeah, no, like Superman. So the same films that were already beating it are still beating it. Jurassic World has number 1, Fantastic Four has number 2, and Mission Impossible has number 3. Yeah, so yeah, Superman's kind of screwed. They really.
Does anybody remember the 21st night of September?
The
I'm
only
struggling to.
Do you
the only hope this film has is the marketing guy they hired. This guy can make shit into gold. If this film hits $1 billion, it's because of Batman alone, not because of James Gunn, not because of fucking Warner Bros. Certainly not because of Superman's character. It's going to be because of that one marketing genius. I'll fucking applaud if it does. Like, if that guy is able to do that, it just refers my theory that he is the greatest marketing man in the fucking planet. Am I wrong, Alex?
No.
His only failure was
The
Apple
squeaks.
Plus, but let's be frank, no one can advertise Apple Plus, right? There's something else I wanted to talk about, but now I can't remember.
Sake. I just want to hit you with 3 spiritual pressure attacks, and I'm not getting it.
He's like, no.
Oh, you know, we should probably stop talking about DC and talk about Grums.
I don't care about.
Oh my god! Did anyone see Yellow Flash's stream that happened last week?
I heard that Grums used to run like a softcore pornography company, and that Opera GX is trying to create a thing that they'll like erase him from the internet.
There was an investigated video that may have obtained illegal information about him and leaked it, and that's not really good. But there are some damning things about him here that should be, called out, like him using the money from his Kickstarter for other things.
Yeah.
But there are 2 issues arise that made him look better in this somehow. The first thing is that they're focusing more on the porn stuff and the other legal stuff he did, rather than the actual illegal stuff he did. And it's like, why are you focusing on the soft porn stuff? Talk about him not using the money of the Kickstarter he had to do other things. Focus on that. And then you had Opera GX giving him the best, what's the word?
Publicity.
Yes, the best publicity possible by announcing they're creating an add-on to censor him. You fucking idiots. You actual fucking buffoons. You had him. You could have taken this fucker down. You could have ran with him scamming people. You could have actually ran with that. But no, what did you do? You fucking turned him into a martyr. You turned him into a fucking hero.
Oh, now I gotta fight a mole cricket.
That? Why would you fuck this up? You could have done.
It's an attempt to try to one-up him, and basically...
It's almost. Like they could have they could have pointed out the illegal stuff he did. It was that fucking simple, and they fucking failed. And then you have like Opera GX, like again, that just makes him look good. You fuckers realize that the more you censor someone, the more popular they are. And I know this is true because who won the popular vote last year? It certainly wasn't fucking Kamala Harris.
Oh, you mean the hyena?
Man, because you spent years
Yep, the
censoring
evil
him and his
hyena hag.
supporters.
Oh.
And now you're doing it again. You can't keep repeating these same mistakes. Here's the thing, right? Grumps is a scammer. He is a piece of shit. I personally view him as a useful tool and nothing more, just to spread info that needs to be spread. That is his only fucking use to me. And then you have an opportunity and you fucking floundered it. Good job. You made him even more untouchable than he already was, dipshits. I hope you enjoy the plate you've made.
How did that miss?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
No, I'm talking about the attack I just landed, or should have landed. What if I don't want to do that?
You have to do it or you shoot yourself.
Mm-hmm.
There's an interesting thing. Apparently the
that was too easy.
Courage's voice actor was almost in Death Battle.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if we talked about it on here, but
What a
what ended up
surprise! A
happening
small
was
mole cricket. It
I
got
believe
one-shotted.
it was either the Rooster Teeth team or the Death Battle team that contacted him. And they were asking if he would be interested in reprising his role as Courage. He said, sure, how much would I be paid? And got ghosted.
Oh.
So I don't think this is Death Battle that did this. It's very out of character for them. And I know this from experience with them, and Alex too. I think Alex can vouch for that, is that they don't usually ghost people for no reason.
Yeah, it seems like they might have gotten in like some wires crossed, or perhaps there was a and this happens.
I think it might have been a Rooster Teeth thing. Because a Rooster Teeth would handle a lot of the expenses with the voice acting. I think they were, if I had to guess, they were the ones to cut him off from Death Battle, or they were the ones to start negotiations and just cut it off. But yeah, the Courage voice actor wasn't happy and essentially has publicly said fuck the Death Battle team as a result of that.
If I had to guess, I'd say that it was probably just an issue of them. An issue of them like losing communication or something. Maybe they got something else going on at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, because I genuinely don't think it's fully them. Because again, as I said, from my experience with Death Battle, our professional experience, which does exist, and a few other factors, like for example, like they got to us really fast when it came to the copyright stuff.
Yeah,
that's one thing we can praise the Death Battle team for. They were very cool with that. I was like, oh, we'll fix that. Yeah. Or they'll ask us to do something very quick and we would do it. I don't think it's a Death Battle team. It's very out of character, especially around that time. Nothing much to say. I just thought it was an interesting story to bring up. Comic-Con stuff. CinemaCon is showing stuff.
When I told my parent, when my dad I told my dad that Ben Schwartz was in Invincible, he ended up knowing that it was that one guy from that show who always constantly likes to say to Doug, "Shut the fuck up."
Wait, hang on. What the fuck,
and
Alex?
I'm like, is that something he says under his breath to try to get him to stop talking? They're like, no, and I'm like, oh, so it's one of those kinds of deals where they just tell him to shut up.
Hey, on Alex, you remember the horror snake movie called Anaconda
with Ice Cube and Jennifer Lopez?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes.
No. It has to be with Ice Cube, Vanilla Ice, and ice cream.
And no iced tea.
Okay, iced tea. Thank you.
Ice cream. I don't think. I hope ice cream's not a real rapper.
Apparently,
what? Ice cream rapper? What? Hello?
Hang on.
You never know these days.
Hang on. Apparently, Anaconda is being rebooted.
There was already a sequel.
Yeah, it's being rebooted, and I don't know if I'm reading this right, but Jack Black and Paul Rudd came out afterwards. Are they in the movie? It doesn't say they are, but maybe they are. So yeah, they're currently showing off 28 years later.
Okay.
I'm excited for that
Ice
one.
Cream is a female rapper.
Who's excited? Apparently, the trailer's being described as masterful.
She has a voice very shrill, like Aquafina.
Well,
God,
I
want. Is anyone else excited for 28 years later?
In fact,
or
I
am
think
I
it
the
might
only
just
one?
be Aquafina in disguise.
I'm interested in 28 years later.
Yeah, my only scare is that the sequel is not being directed by the original guys, it's being written and produced by them. But you want to know the director?
So how do you guys feel about the non-refundable gift that is the gift of Yamcha?
Who is it?
What if
the director of the Marvels?
Huh.
I'm mixed because on one hand,
so
that movie was terrible. On the other, and I will be fair to her. She did direct a good Candyman reboot sequel. A bit of both. I don't know if any of you saw it. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
She is a good horror director, so maybe she can pull it off. It's just weird that she's doing it in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll reserve judgment until we see it. That's not gonna be until like next year, though. Yeah, they filmed like 3 films back to back, I think.
If
you're wondering, part 2 is called The Bone Temple.
Mm-hmm.
The Bone Temple.
The Bone Temple.
Oh my god, this temple's made of bones! You just walk into the temple, not even realize it's made of bones when it's
they say
obvious.
Some people would wonder or why when I think of certain characters, I think of either Vulcan Raven or Fortune.
Mm-hmm.
But then they look at Flavio and Basilio from Fire Emblem.
One more.
It all comes together.
It is confirmed that Danny Boyle will direct the.
It's from a video by Impulse Cody where when he summarized Fire Emblem Awakening characters, when he got to Basilio and Flavio, he was like, she reminds me of Fortune from Metal Gear, and he reminds me of Raven from Metal Gear, and then they kiss. I'm like, you can't even pair up these two in the game.
Yeah, that's the odd thing about it.
I'm like, you could clearly see there's chemistry between them. Even in their support
why not just...
here's some United States news. This is funny.
But they're like, no, they have to be Avatar sexual.
And you know what, Alex? I want you to read this because I'm going to butcher words.
Literally in the last few chapters of the fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, check out the thing I sent you.
Why do we?
And then out of all the Fire Emblems on 3DS, that's the one I put the most hours into.
A growing number of Albertans are advocating for the Canadian province to secede and join the United States as the 51st state.
Do it.
What?
Do it.
Some people are thinking that. Some people are trying to convince us that the United States is kind of screwed because of things that are going on with some Asian nations. I'll believe it when I see them having actual functional missiles. Because if that one sketch from Team 4 Star has taught me anything, they don't have any functioning missiles.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah.
There is your target. Fire for the glorious democratic people.
Film is
yes,
is happening.
Yes, it's officially confirmed.
And it's not being released straight to Netflix anymore, so
no,
that's also
well, it was never planned to be on Netflix.
Oh no, I know. I'm just saying, like, Zach had that deal with Netflix for a little while there.
Yeah, he still does. He's still making projects for Netflix. This particular project is unrelated to that deal. I don't know how the legal
And yet
law
it's
works,
like
but I
people will still
assume-
say Rebel Moon was a failure.
Yeah, they
Right.
mentioned Rebel Moon. They mentioned Zack Snyder Justice League in the in the document they dropped today. But yeah, Zack Snyder will be directing. What's his name from the UFC is producing the film. What's his name? Alex, what's his name? Trump's friend.
I'm like, how and what
Which
way
one?
was it?
The guy who runs
Like,
the
how is it a
UFC.
failure when a lot of people?
Dana White.
Yes, Dana White.
How is Rebel Moon a failure when a lot of people watched it?
Yeah, because
that's a
each
good
cut did
question.
like
Even for
each cut
even with
did,
hate
like-
watching.
yeah, each cut I think did like 23 million people watched.
Yeah,
per
23 million
cut, which
views.
is like, yeah, each cut, which is crazy, because that's a lot of people watching.
Yeah,
the
more
cuts
views
over and
than
over.
James Gunn's Creature Commanders.
Yeah, and that bombed. Like they tried twisting and saying, "Oh, this many minute watch," but if you
remember,
actually
the
look at
Creature
numbers,
Commanders
it's like
was
it's
it's successful.
Yeah, it was like less
Mhm.
than 700K that watched
Even though we
it
all
out of,
know
like,
that's
all the
bullshit.
Mexicans. Yeah,
A load
it
of balls.
bombed. It bombed so
Sorry, I'm
bad.
getting horribly lost, people.
Yeah, like the
Mhm.
DCU,
That's okay.
like its
Give me a
first
sec,
major
I'm gonna-
project just bombed. Oh God! By the way, April Fool's is tomorrow. Don't believe a fucking thing.
Oh, I wasn't planning on it.
Just
Nope.
believe what's
Oh,
announced
don't worry,
tonight.
I won't. Because fuck that day.
Oh, we got news about the Spider-Verse.
It's
Mhm.
been delayed again, hasn't it?
Jeez.
Oddly, no. It's going to officially released in 2027.
2 years from now. Wait, are they serious?
Yeah, 2027.
Okay, I guess we'll laugh even harder.
Wait, was it delayed? What was the
Yeah,
original
that's
release?
that's a delay. The original release date was like yesterday or some shit.
Oh, right. That's right. I thought the release
Oh.
wasn't announced. Like I know it was pushed back after the sequel came out and the everything that came with it. But, apparently, to read the quote is Beyond the Spider-Verse is quote unquote bigger and bolder than the previous two, with an entire team working on new animation techniques, which also means crunch, 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 crunch.
Oh, man.
I'm willing to bet that's not what it means. Am I wrong? Tell me when I'm telling lies, motherfucker.
No, it makes sense.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
Hang on, is this a new screenshot from the movie? Hang on, I'm gonna post it in chat.
Dang.
Is this new? It's in the broadcast chat. Is that new?
Let's see.
It even reminded me of that one time when...
Yes.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, that's new. Oh wait, we got an official date. June 4th, 2027.
Mm-hmm.
It will start right where the last film ended. Yeah, that makes sense. You kind of have to do that. You can't just have a time skip. Remember when fucking Halloween Ends had a time skip when it should just continued after the last movie?
You remember how season 2 had a time skip when it could have continued after season 1? Remember when Young Justice season 2 and season 3 and season 4 had time skips?
Yeah. Apparently there's some new footage.
Season 2's time skip was too much.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, come on, we need a reason or like, something to kind of show us how do we get to that point.
Here's
Like,
some here's some more details. The first footage reveals Miles and Glenn.
But we don't even get that.
Hang on. Miles and Glenn reuniting, plus Miles fighting the Prowler before going on an adventure with him. The animation style had some innovative new techniques as well, which I already read that, but I hope it's good. I did like the last movie. It had its issues. And I'm still a bit peeved that we don't have both versions of the film that were released, which is stupid. I don't like that. But yeah, I liked it. I really liked the sequel, and this movie is going to make or break the sequel, because if this movie's bad, the sequel fucking dies.
Yeah.
I think Is it a hot take to say that the best thing to come out of the movie was the Spot?
You know,
Spot
the
was
first time
fucking
I watched
amazing.
that film, I thought that was Ryan Reynolds.
And then
Remember
the freaking live action, the
cameo
bit
from
of the
Venom
live
movie?
action Prowl.
Oh, speaking of, the
Like,
actor who played
bro.
Venom confirmed that a crossover between him and Tom
Yeah.
Holland almost happened, but studio politics prevented it.
Yeah, of course it fucking did. Should have just
Damn it, he
stayed.
deserved much better. He was a good Venom.
It would have been so much better if they'd have put their fucking egos aside back in 2012 and signed the deal and gotten Andrew in the fucking universe.
I feel
But
bad
now-
for Venom because honestly, like the films have issues, but the Venom movies weren't that bad. I really liked him as Venom, and they had this whole tease of him meeting Tom Holland. That would have been cool for the first
Sony
film.
had to be picky.
Picky
No,
little
Sony and
bitches.
Disney both.
Yeah,
You
like
know what
they
studios
that
are
whole
like, a bunch of bitchy little girls.
yeah. The only
Bitchy
reason
little
the deal,
schoolgirls who
the
you would rather see a half naked doing a pillow fight.
only
course.
reason the deal between Sony and Marvel was renewed is because Tom Holland intervened with the deal and got them.
I'm reminded of that bit from Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge where Tristan assumed that Taya and Mai were just going to get naked and do pillow fight.
One of his old fetish bits.
Oh,
during
you
the
know,
bedroom.
I'm honestly surprised
I'm
by
like,
this. The Miles,
What?
the
is
Miles
your,
voice.
What is your damage, Tristan?
That's
Miles
like, I expected you to be better than this, but this is not what I had in mind.
That wiped out the dinosaurs. It was Tristan Timothy Taylor.
That's his name now.
I
You know,
killed the
I
dinosaurs!
Duke.
The one thing I'm surprised- hang on. The one thing I'm surprised about. The one thing I'm surprised. Hang on. The one thing I'm surprised about is that the Miles' voice actor is coming back. I thought they wouldn't hire him after he.
Yes, I love this song.
Yeah, that was.
I'm gonna repeat.
That was
I'm
kind of
gonna repeat
interesting.
what I just said. I'm surprised Miles' voice actor's back after creeping on Gwen's voice
Guys.
actor.
The first time.
No,
Guys.
I was being talked over.
Yeah.
I heard
No
you.
man. I love this music.
I'm having to deal with the fucking weird ass crackling noise, and I'm still able to
Wow.
hear everybody just.
As soon as you said that, you crackled and you void and then came back.
Hi, Rukia. We're here to rescue you. Rukia be like, "Oh, didn't I kill your brother, Erganju?" Yes, you did.
Yes. But that's not the point. We're here to save you from this hell.
Hey, Alex, remember what we have to do.
So, in case
after
you're
the
wondering,
stream.
Snowman is a recurring motif from all of the Earthbound games. Look it up sometime. It's really good. It's a totally radical Yeti, man.
Whoa, dude. Chill out, yo.
Yeah, we're like totally wiping out, dude.
Oh, did you guys see? Did you guys see the Cat in the Hat animation preview? It looks
No.
fucking gorgeous. It's a hand-drawn film. And it looks fucking amazing. Yeah, it looks fucking amazing. Like, so much personality. It's not like, it's like, you know, like pencil drawing stuff, but it looks so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll post it in chatting on animation 2026. It's coming out next year. It feels, wait, is it? Hang on, where the fuck is it? Teaser trailer. At least I hope it's hand drawn. The way that they're showing it makes it seem like it.
Boom, shaky
That's
lakey.
not it. That's fake.
Level up.
There.
Da-da-da-da.
Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
I wonder that myself.
I think it's your computer. Alex, if you have any edit works you have on there, make sure you back it up. Specifically for projects we're working on. I'm just saying, I hate for you to lose a lot of editing progress on videos. Okay, good. You're smart then. Wow, that was worse than before.
Wow.
That was horrific. Oh my god!
Jesus,
that was worse!
This is... Oh god.
I think you're having a stroke, Alex.
It's like your computer's having some kind of aneurysm.
Yeah, your GPU's dying. What is it called? Oh god.
Oh,
Stop. You're scaring the kids in the chat. You're scaring them.
Wow.
Oh, that's right. We're not popular.
Oh.
If only.
Oh.
But at least we won't let fame get to our heads. Thank God for that.
Well, thank God we're not popular. They can't cancel us for all the horrible shit we've said on stream if they don't know us.
Looks at
I'm willing to sleep my way to the top. I wanna be Bob.
Jester, you can't say that. Sorry.
No, it's okay. It's from a song.
And by the way, Alex,
No offense to Jester, he's fine. Oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. Okay, I'm deflecting. We got information on the new Resident Evil movie.
Oh, the song is called "Popular" by Darren Hayes.
Yeah. Zach Krager promises his Resident Evil movie won't be anything like the previous films. Described as a wild ride. Bullshit. Fake news. There will never be a good Resident Evil movie after they fucked up and didn't get the guy behind Day of the Dead to make it. Oh yeah, what's his name? What's his name behind Day of the Dead? I'm trying to remember. George Romero. George Romero's Resident Evil. Who's heard of it?
Enlighten us.
He had a full complete script. There was a ton of work on the effects and monster designs done. They were going to shoot it. It was too expensive and it got canceled. There's a documentary being made about it, and the stuff that it's shown so far in trailers looks fucking unbelievable. And I now believe that the franchise is cursed to never have a good adaptation as a result.
But no, we instead got the one done by Paul W.S. Anderson.
Hang on. Oh, there's a Dragon Ball dropped an April Fool's joke. You want to know what it is? You guys want to know what it is?
I'm scared to know.
No. Make your wish.
I'm frozen.
It says
I was frozen today.
So it's posted and it says, "Make your wishes come true." The Dragon Radar phone. You can always find out where the Dragon Balls are. AI Shinron that grants wishes automatically track power level and has like an image of like how you can take phone calls and it shows Ulan. I want this to be real, actually. Dragon Radar phone sounds awesome. Look at the broadcast chat.
Oh my god. Hey, who knows if I probably
that would make for an awesome phone. Imagine answering it. You just click the button.
Someone's feeling feverish. Time to move back and forth over and over and over again.
No, they're showing the goat movie.
No,
I'm posting it in chat because I don't know how else to describe this fucking thing.
Is that a goat wearing a basketball jersey?
Yes, it's a movie called Goat.
What are you looking at?
And it stars a goat. Wow, that movie gave you a seizure.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep, he's goaded. Damn it, why can't this phone be real? The Dragon Radar phone. That shit's awesome.
Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, it was even all the more cool that Tamashi did
We're talking about Resident Evil movies.
Jesus. Even the Dragon Radar replica from Tamashi ain't gonna be enough for this.
What else?
Sex.
What?
Of course.
What? Oh, God. God damn it. I love his Alien vs. Predator movie, but that actually pisses me off. I assume that James Cameron decided to never make another one again as a result of this. Yeah, I can see why. I'll be pretty pissed too. Oh, you know what? I just saw something. I'm actually excited for this movie. It's from I'm just gonna read it. Kendrick Lamar and the South Park creators' upcoming comedy is reportedly delayed to March 2026. And I get this fucking story. I need to read this story. The story follows a black man interning as a slave reenactor at a history museum where he discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his family.
What in the heck?
It's fucking amazing! It's a musical! It's a musical movie! Oh God, that's worse!
Oh no.
What if we all talked at the same time? Would it fuck you up? Everyone talk at the same time right now. DJ,
No.
talk with me.
Say, Philip.
DJ, let's keep talking about this like this. Just keep talking like this. Just keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Yes, just keep talking.
No, I'm not doing it.
Fuck you, DJ. You backstabbed me in the dick.
I'm not doing it. Tell me what you need, mate. You know what I need.
Motherfucker, you talk to me right now. Damn it, he didn't fall for the bait. What the fuck is wrong with him? Yeah,
Yep.
this is definitely, I agreed. It's definitely calculated.
Right? Like, you can't just see that and not think, this would be really bad. It's so Kanye's gotta be.
Oh no, Robo
If Kanye
Alex.
is in any way aware of anything that goes on, he absolutely has to be trolling. Especially considering that he went on and said that he liked Kendrick too. He's out here trying to throw a wrench in the works.
It's either extreme levels of trolling or extreme levels of mental illness.
Now Kumatora is a useful healer.
It's... you know what? I don't know if anyone's talking about this, but can we talk about how they casted Snape in Harry Potter as a black man?
Oh yeah,
the same character that everyone immediately suspected of being evil.
We talked about that before, but yes,
Yeah.
it's kind of
I just
interesting.
wanted to mention that they made the character black that everyone suspects is evil in the series.
Okay, so the guy, and here's the thing. The guy who gets hung by his ankle from a tree by Harry's dad is now going to be black. Harry's dad is going to be
There's so many
from a
racist
tree.
shit that's going to come out of this.
That's not
it's either going to be one of
racist.
two things. One, they're going to keep it the same, or they're going to remove those moments and ruin the story because he's black.
Oh man. See, I have a feeling this ain't gonna end well.
What? On my end or Alex's?
What Ben's describing.
Is he describing
Fucking the fucking
is he
Harry Potter
describing
HBO show?
I was going to say, is he describing
Apparently,
what would happen if James Gunn were to embrace his true inner horniness?
apparently Nick Frost is going to play Hagrid though. So that's all right, but you know, we've got an American playing Dumbledore, so boo.
This TV show is going to flop, or at least I hope so. Because you could have actually made a what's the word? An accurate what's it?
We're not gonna go
word?
up there yet.
My brain's fried. What's the
We're
word?
gonna do some grinding.
A true to adaptation show to like add in stuff the movies weren't able to get. And you're already fucking it up. The Harry Potter fans aren't going to support it. And everyone else isn't going to support it because they don't like Harry Potter or the creator. So good fucking luck, morons. You literally took the lessons from Hogwarts Legacy and didn't learn a fucking thing. Oh, speaking of, they canceled the DLC and extended edition of Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah,
You know,
complete edition.
A game that made literally $1 billion profit for Warner Brothers. $1 billion profit. Again, that's how successful it was. And Warner Brothers still fumbled it. Where did that $1 billion go?
It went into Suicide Squad.
Through early morning fog I see.
Seriously, Hogwarts Legacy gets Jack Squad, yet Suicide Squad got more.
Because, as you know, it was far more important for the corporate overlords of WB to prioritize. As a poorly executed Suicide Squad game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what you did last summer. Sequel reboots being shown off right now.
Oh, I don't fucking care.
Level up.
I know
did you
what
guys
you
hear
did
about
next summer.
Let's do that. Did you guys hear about the Naked Gun reboot?
Naked Gun reboot?
Yeah, with Liam Neeson, yeah.
Yeah, and Seth MacFarlane producing it. I hope it's good. I want it to be good because the cast sounds fucking hilarious. Cody Rhodes is in it.
Oh, apparently the Mario Movie 2 logo was shown off at CinemaCon.
That was shown off beforehand.
Oh, so they'll show off the fucking Mario move. Hey, but they won't show us. I do
apparently
not care.
So Ultima Shadow X on Twitter says, "Did you know this movie is going to be called the Doki Doki Panic movie in Japan?"
Jesus Christ, Alex, you're having a fever.
I'm just gonna.
And Alex, by the way,
stop now. I'm done.
By the way,
I'm tired of
this.
Alex,
by the way, Alex, as it turns out, I was right about that one weirdo that thought that was on the comment section that was saying.
Oh yeah, so I have to go over to the comments section here, because somebody. Let me just scroll on down here. Somebody said, "Dude, showing Sonic 3 as a good story is something else. That's not what I was showing. I was more showing that as an example of taking a good story and actually making it into a movie that follows the story that it was based on." But you know, Comprehension skills, not very large with this person.
Turns out
that movie was that movie was a cliche clusterfuck.
The Lion King.
If I ever saw one.
Here's the thing with Naked Gun, right? Because here's the thing, I would be skeptical.
I need to keep reading this comment. That movie was a cliche clusterfuck if I ever saw one. Okay, I mean, Sonic Adventure 2 is, like, what, 24 years old now? It was, like, 23, 24 years old, so, you know, we live in the house that Sonic Adventure 2 built, in terms of, like, geek culture, so... Obnoxious main characters... I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. That not even 2 Jim Carreys could compensate for... I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. It is rare that I wanted to see half the cast of a movie dead before half the movie was done. I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that. And then Ken asked, please tell me that you're not a salty fan of Mufasa the Lion King. And then he said, Mufasa is flawed, but at least not annoying as shit. I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that because that movie was fucking irritating. I can deal with a movie not being to my liking, but Sonic 3 felt like an insult to my intelligence. It felt like an X-Men movie for toddlers. I don't know what to say to that, because that just doesn't make any fucking sense.
It really doesn't.
And then, you know, Kevin said, I fear you have that
I am
very
so
backwards
confused
buddy.
with that comment that I feel like I'm getting brain rot.
Yeah, I was like, I know, I've gone cross-eyed. And then I replied and I said, I was more so using it as an example of a story that didn't leave most of the source material on the cutting room floor. Although if Sonic 3 isn't to your taste, I don't know what to say. It might seem cliche to you because Sonic Adventure 2 is something of a cornerstone in gaming history. Which is like, yeah, it's like saying that, oh, The Wizard of Oz is cliche, Casablanca is cliche. Not that it's necessarily as important.
I'm guessing
he also, either of those, but you know.
I'm guessing he also likes Jeremy Scott.
Also, Ben and anybody else who was here for the Death Battle stuff, people are still commenting about that thing that I said about how the Spawn movie is better than the comics. And
wait,
complaining and complaining about
they're
how,
getting on your, you know, yeah. I still get
complaining about how I said how all of us said that the Spawn comics weren't very good.
And then there's also the fact that some people would still get on my case for the fact that I was more waiting for something that I spent money on by checking updates on my phone, since I would rather keep Discord or focused on the Superman and battle. All that we saw 2 other times before.
Thankfully people aren't still commenting about that, but yeah, like, I don't see that many comments on some of the older Death Battle videos here, but I, like, Spawn versus Ghost Rider is, people are still saying, like, what the hell are you talking about? It's like, hey, at least the Spawn movie had an ending.
Hang on.
Yeah.
So I just noticed someone on the Spawn Ghost Rider comics section made a whole rant about next time Death Battle between Shigaraki and Miyamoto. I probably saying
part of my
that
reasoning for part of my reasoning for why I, during that one Undeath Battle reaction with Goku versus Superman,
no, you don't have to justify it. I just want to. Yeah, so somebody is talking about Shigaraki versus Maito in the next time, and he said that Maito essentially has not a single chance at all, and it only happened because they look similar and have similar parts. I don't care. We're gonna watch it, and we're gonna watch it. This guy has a rather lengthy explanation for it. I'm not gonna read it. I'm gonna read it out once we get to watching that video. I don't really care about it at the moment. Don't say anything.
Let me just tell you something. Let me just tell you something.
Don't say anything.
Alex.
What?
I am not going to spoil what happens, even though it's blatantly obvious to anyone with a frontal lobe. I will, however, say this. You are pitting a villain that gets dealt with in Season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen versus what is essentially the main villain of My Hero Academia.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like pitting, I don't know, a fucking Viltrumite against Nappa.
Yeah.
It's like we know, we kind of understand where things are going. It's like, and I'm not, I haven't watched the video. I'm not gonna, we're doing that on, we're doing that on Wednesday, right?
The thing is that
back, we're doing it Wednesday, right?
And the thing is that Jujutsu.
Can somebody answer my question? We're doing that on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, Death Battle. Okay, yes, I was gonna mention this. I was waiting for you guys to stop talking. Yes, Death Battle's going to be Wednesday.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure because
yes, that's still planned. I do need to message people though, just to make sure they're prepared for it.
I just wanted to make sure so I didn't forget. Okay, sorry, Kevin. What were you gonna say?
And the thing is that and the thing is, there isn't really a solid matchup for Shigaraki that doesn't end up with him either winning by curb stomp or winning by or losing.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's just like I was based on Death Battle's recent track record, I was very much betting that Shigaraki was going to somehow find a way to lose.
No spoilers, no spoilers.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah.
Please no.
No spoilers.
Because it's just like
no spoilers.
Because I've called stuff like this wrong before, but yeah. So anyways, I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and call it for the night because I can't seem to fix this. I'm gonna try and figure it out.
Yeah,
maybe it's something to do with AMD CPUs and the Focusrite. I can't tell. I'm just gonna.
Hang on, Alex. I do got one idea. How long has your computer been on?
I'm gonna go and say.
I literally restarted when I dropped out of Discord.
Okay, never mind then.
I gotta get going.
DJ and Zero, real quick.
All right, well, we're gonna be ending anyway.
Yeah. All right, y'all take care.
Yep.
You too.
All right. Oh damn. DJ.
Level up.
Yes.
Do you want to join us for Death Battle Wednesday?
Nah, I'm good, and I have work in the afternoon anyway.
Fair enough. Want to ask.
Take care, man.
You too.
I'm gonna disconnect too. I need to go to the bathroom.
Anyway, I'm gonna go.